You understand Spanish already? No. Nada, nada?
Nada.
What's the only words you know in Spanish?
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal la fiesta? Gracias. Yeah, just the basics.
That's enough.
I started music when I was like, I think I was like 13 or 14. So like super when I was like a child. I had one friend, he was already producing, and so we tried to figure out how we can produce like electronic music, because it was like the first time when I heard this kind of music besides like the normal drums and keyboard and guitars. And so this was like super funny to create something where you did not need like all these instruments. You can just go into the computer and make everything by your own. So this was like super massive.
Something trippy about your music.
Yeah, it can be. I mean, I don't know why, but I mean, every time when I go to the studio, I produce music how I feel. So if I'm in a bad mood, I create music like for example, Gravity. It was like a shitty day. I was going to the studio and played piano, and then this melody came out. So might be, yeah, some kind of trippy for someone, but for me it's just, I don't know, going to the studio, having fun, and see where the music brings me to. So it's like, actually it's like super simple. There's no big story behind or something like that. Super simple. I mean, Never Stop Dancing is like the message I was choosing because when Corona came, every club was shutting down. I was sitting at home and I had a lot of time to produce music and a lot of time to try something new like house music and Never Stop Dancing. And so I was thinking, okay, let's choose the name Never Stop Dancing for the album, because we're slowly coming back to going back for tour and for dancing again. And so that's like a super tiny message for the whole world. So Never Stop Dancing, try to get out for the next party if it can happen. So yeah, that's simple. Hey guys, my name is Boris Brejcha and my new album just dropped out, Never Stop Dancing. So go have a listen on Spotify, Apple Music, like in every store you want to listen to, and have fun.
Gracias.
Gracias.
How did you meet Ginger?
Ginger I met on Instagram, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. I mean, if you meet someone at the supermarket or on Instagram, it's like in the time where we are living, it's like normal, I would say. So I met her there. We had a long conversation, and then we had phone calls, and then we met for the first time, and it just made click, and yeah, now we're together. With the collab with Arctic Lake was super nice. I mean, they were asking me to make this collab, and I really liked the voice from her. So she sent me like a vocal phrase, and I was actually, in that time I was working on this house music track. So I was just looking if it could fit to the track, and it was coming one to another. It was fitting like 100%, and so we decided to just do it.
What's your plan for 2022?
The plan is actually we are working on a movie, because in like 2019 we had one guy. He was traveling with us 1 year and doing a lot of videos. So we are like in the final moments to close up this movie, and I'm sure we're gonna release it maybe in the end of 2022. Of course, I'm gonna do like more singles, maybe going back to my own label, Fucking Serious, to release some music there, and of course another album, and yeah, all this stuff, and of course playing a lot of shows.
Were you surprised about the response for the audience in Argentina?
Man, I have to say I'm always surprised. I mean, the last time I was playing there was like 3 years ago, so it was a long time. I was not be able to play in Argentina, so I was like super happy to come back for this year, and of course having a lot of shows. Yeah, I mean the crowd in South America is like it's like crazy, man. They're so enthusiastic, and everybody wants to have like a super nice party, and everybody's screaming, and yeah, it's super lovely to play for Argentina. Oh, actually, I have to say, I was playing, I think it was the last track I was playing in Mandarin Park and Cordoba was like Never Stop Dancing. I mean, when I was producing this track, it was like I had fun to produce it, and it's a super nice track. But when you play, it always not 100% fits into the rest of the set, because it's a little bit more commercial and has a little bit more melodies. So I was trying this at like the last track of my show, and I was like super surprised that everybody was dancing and like crying, and yeah, it was nice, super nice.
What do you consider, you as Boris, what do you consider underground?
Underground, good question. I mean, underground is something, for me, is something not everybody knows. So for me, like the opposite is like commercial. Commercial is not the meaning that the music is shit. It's just the meaning that a lot of people know it. So that's like the yeah, between underground and commercial.
For me, you were underground and now you're going mainstream. Are you okay with that? I'm
okay. I mean, it just says that you have more fans. It's not saying that the music is getting better or worse. So you just have more fans and more people coming to the show. And I mean, for me, it's super positive because there are coming more people. I can make more people happy. So yeah, that's fine.
In your DJ sets, how much are your tracks, your own tracks?
100%. I never played a track from another guy.
Never?
Never.
So you have to produce to keep on being...
No, I had the good thing for me was when I started to make music, I didn't know that you can be a DJ as well. So I was producing and producing and producing. And when the first gig was coming, I had already like 20, 30 tracks. So I started on my first gig with my own tracks. Yeah, that's burnt. That's burnt. When I was 6 years, I was going with my family to a flight show where like planes were flying different rotations and with colors and something like that, and then they crashed and they fall down, and I was running away and was falling down into the fire, and then I was coming to a hospital. Yeah, it was a tough time. I mean, I was 6, and yeah, it was a tough time, but in the end everything worked out. And I mean, it was actually a good time because of that I started to produce music, because making music is like you create something and you can put all your memories into one track. So it was like like producing music was like a doctor for me.
Did you plan using a mask because you had your face burnt or no?
No, that's not the reason. A lot of people think that, but the reason was like super simple. I mean, I was living in Germany, and my first gig in my life I had was in Brazil. So I was thinking about the Carnival in Rio, and I was thinking, okay, there are so many DJs outside. I need to do something that people can remember. And that was the point when I was buying a mask and playing with the mask. And since then, that's it.
Where did you buy that mask?
This one I bought in the internet.
Yes?
Yeah.
You know, I thought you bought it like in Venice. I don't know, the Venice Carnival. It shows me like a bit.
No, actually they gonna produce it in Venice, and then they finished it in the Netherlands, and then they're gonna sell it.
So we have to go to Boris Brejcha. Well, we pronounce it different, but Boris Brejcha.
Boris Brejcha.
Oh, say it again.
Boris Brejcha.
Forget it, we'll never say it.
Yeah, I know.
Danke.
Bitteschön.
It's really good. You know, the smile is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. You can sing, you can dance.
It's too hot.
I know. Wait. It looks good.
Nice.
And if you can grab the mask too again. Wait, you got the... It's not easy being a model, you know.
No, I'm happy that I'm not a model.
The mask is spectacular.